Hello everyone, welcome to part 3 of the Vlogmas series, and today I will be sharing with you my favorites, my personal favorites of 2018. Now I know that there are a million favorite videos out there, so I thought I would put my own twist to it and share with you the things, or more so the experiences that I loved in 2018. Number 1, I am officially a Kindle owner and lover, and what I wanted to share with you guys was the book that I loved the most in 2018 called A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, and it is pretty much a coming-of-age story of 4 boys who had just graduated from college and are starting their lives in New York, and it follows each and every one of the characters and goes into a lot of detail into the backstory and the upbringing of one character. And let's just say it's a book about friendship and love, and it's just so raw and it takes you on this incredible emotional journey, and I can only recommend everyone to go ahead and read it. It is so worth it. And to be honest, this book is about 800 pages long. It's quite a hunky number, but I could not put it down, which was not very good because I was writing my thesis at the same time. So I definitely spent a few hours that I should be sleeping or should be writing my thesis on reading this book, but it was so worth it. Please read it. It's definitely my number 1 book that I read this year. The second favorite of mine this year has to do with sustainability. I've been trying to cut down on my plastic when it comes to my food waste. I'm obviously eating a plant-based diet, so I'm trying to limit my carbon footprint in that way. And also this year I've really started to branch out into sustainable fashion and a more sustainable way of living that's beyond the plate and the food that I eat. So one of the brands that I absolutely love this year is called Jan and June. They are actually based here in Hamburg as well, and I was so happy to be able to meet Viola, who is the owner of the brand, and she was very kind. I'm actually wearing one of their sweaters right now, but my real favorite would have to be these culottes that they were so kind to gift me, and these are just the dreamiest material. It literally feels like you're sitting on clouds and you're wearing sweatpants that are fashionable enough to wear to work. I can only recommend for you guys to maybe start looking into sustainable brands or shopping secondhand. My third favorite this year would have to be a documentary that I actually watched last night with my friend Lisa. It's called Chasing Corals, and it's about the impact of global warming on coral reefs. 93% of the temperature regulation on this planet are regulated by the oceans, so an increase of 2 degrees Celsius is having disastrous effects on the whole ecosystem of the corals. And it just takes you on this incredible journey of marine biologists and people who specialize in studying corals and how global warming and the rise in sea temperature is affecting an entire ecosystem. And this just blew my mind. In 2016, about 30% of the Great Barrier Reef died, and I was just speechless because in the next 30 years, so in our lifetime, it is possible that the entire ecosystem, that the entire family tree of corals will be extinct. I'm rambling, but I can only encourage you to check out the documentary. It's beautifully shot. You've never seen corals like this before, and you will probably have a completely different view on climate change as well. And I can only highly encourage you to check it out. So my fourth favorite this year was a musical that I saw, and no, it is not a new musical, but it is my number 1 musical of all times, and it is The Lion King. So my parents came to visit me back in October, and the first time that I ever saw The Lion King was when I was 9, and ever since then I have been dying to go back and watch it again. And I'm telling you, the first note came on and the water gates were just open, and I could not stop crying, to be honest. And I'll just insert a little clip right here. We just got out of The Lion King, and I cried so many times. If you're ever gonna see just one musical, if you've never seen a musical before, and the only one you're ever gonna watch in your life, then let it be The Lion King. It's incredible. I think I cried about 15 times in total. Maybe that's just me because I'm sentimental. And Mufasa's death is very, very traumatizing for me in my childhood, but oh, it's incredible, incredible. And last but not least, my fifth favorite this year would be an accomplishment. And yes, there are a lot of things that I'm quite proud of this year. For example, finishing my master's degree. But there's one thing that I did this year that I'm particularly proud of, and that is running 2 races actually. Now, I've never loved running. I actually hated running with a passion. And it wasn't until this year that I took running more seriously that I started running longer distances and signing up for my first ever race. So the first race I did was a 10K, and the second race that I did was 12.3 kilometers. And here's some footage of that. I never thought that I would consider myself a runner of any sort, and I still don't, but yeah, I've really grown to like running, especially after my first run, which I did a month ago, back in September. I was just kind of hooked on the racing part, not for time, but just because the energy is so incredible when you're in that group of people and you have beautiful scenery around you, and it just feels like you're all in it together. So yeah, maybe go on a run, try it out, and maybe just sign up for a race to get you motivated to train for it. And who knows, you might actually find out that you really enjoy it like I do. So yeah, just give it a try. Alright guys, so that's it for my favorites of 2015? 2000... What era are you living in, Viola? Alright, so that's it for my favorites of 2018. I hope you guys enjoyed them, even though they're not your traditional favorites video. The reason why I didn't want this to be very product-based is, for one, I don't consume a lot of things, and at the same time, I feel like you can only have so many things, but memories you can never have enough of. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go read a book, go watch a documentary, do something that you love to do, and those memories will only enrich you. So I will see you guys next week, and bye!